Being alone is a raw, untamed space where you meet your true self. Most people flee from it, scared of the quiet, but that's where real power lives. When you're alone, there's no one to hide behind, no distractions, just your unfiltered thoughts. It's a battlefield where you face your fears head on. Embrace it, and you'll uncover who you are. Being alone strips away the chaos, forcing you to confront reality. That's where you forge a spirit that nothing can break. The world craves noise, crowds, chatter, approval. But when you're alone, you don't need anyone's praise. You're free to push your limits without a voice saying, "Take it easy." That freedom is intense and powerful. Every choice is yours. Every win belongs to you. Being alone teaches you to rely on yourself, to be your own hero. It's not about loneliness. It's about thriving in your own presence, building a fire inside that no one can put out, no matter how hard they try. When you're alone, that inner voice might whisper, "You're not enough." Don't dodge it, fight it. Prove it wrong by pushing harder every day. Mentally, physically, spiritually, test your edges. Feel the pain, let it cut deep, then stand stronger. Being alone is where you own your struggles. No one's there to lift you, so you become your own strength. That's the magic of being alone. You discover a resilience that makes you unstoppable, ready to face any challenge. People cling to others to silence their doubts. But you're different. You don't need the crowd's cheers to keep moving. When you're alone, you face the raw truth of who you are, and that's where growth sparks. The world might call being alone a flaw, but it's your greatest weapon. Without distractions, your focus sharpens like a blade. You see your dreams clearly and chase them with a hunger others can't match. Being alone fuels a drive that makes you relentless. In the stillness of being alone, you wage a war against your mind. That voice telling you to quit, crush it. Every time you push through, you build a tougher version of yourself. Being alone isn't about comfort. It's about transformation. You tear down weaknesses and rebuild with iron will. The pain, the doubt, the fear, they're not enemies. They're the fire that forges you. Embrace the struggle, and you'll emerge sharper, stronger, ready to dominate the world without hesitation. The world is packed with people chasing validation, but you don't need it. You've learned to listen to the only voice that matters, yours. Being alone gives you clarity, a vision so sharp it cuts through the noise. You see your path and know what it takes to walk it. No one can sway you. No one can stop you. When you've battled your mind alone, nothing out there can scare you. You've faced the worst and come out stronger, ready to conquer whatever stands in your way. Being alone doesn't mean isolation. It means freedom. Freedom to dream big, to push harder, to become your best self. When you're alone, you learn to stand tall without leaning on anyone. It's where you discover that the only limits are the ones you set. Break them. Smash every barrier in your mind. When you master being alone, you master yourself. That's the power to shape your destiny, to become a force that nothing in this world can break or hold back. The quiet of being alone is where the real work happens. It's where you face your flaws and build something unbreakable. Most people fear it. They run from the silence because it forces them to see themselves. But you thrive there. You use the stillness to sharpen your focus, to fuel your drive. Every moment alone is a chance to grow stronger, to become a warrior who fears nothing. Being alone isn't your enemy, it's your ally, the key to unlocking your greatest potential. When you're alone, you hold all the power. There's no one to answer to, no one to hold you back. Every step forward is yours to take. That's terrifying for most, but for you, it's liberation. You don't need a cheering squad. You're your own champion. Being alone teaches you to trust your instincts, to rely on your strength. It's where you learn that the only person who can stop you is you. And when you conquer that, the world better brace itself, because you're unstoppable. In the quiet of being alone, you find a clarity the noisy world can't offer. You see your goals with laser focus and chase them with a fire that burns brighter every day. The doubts, the fears, they fade when you've faced them alone. You've fought the hardest battles in your mind, and nothing out there can match that intensity. Being alone makes you immune to the world's distractions, its noise. You become a force of nature, driven by a purpose no one can shake. The world might say you need a team to succeed, but you know better. Being alone is your training ground, where you build a mind of steel. It's where you learn to push through pain, to rise above doubt, to keep going when everything screams stop. That's where true strength is born, not in the crowd, but in the quiet moments when it's just you against you. Win that fight, and there's nothing you can't achieve. Being alone isn't a burden. It's the path to becoming a legend. When you embrace being alone, you embrace the chance to become extraordinary. It's not about cutting people out. It's about finding strength within. You don't need others to validate your worth. You know it in your core. Being alone strips away the fluff, leaving only your drive and determination. It's where you learn to love the grind, to crave the challenge. Every moment alone is a step toward greatness, a chance to prove to yourself that you're built for more than the ordinary. The beauty of being alone is its raw honesty. There's no one to impress, no one to fool. It's just you and the truth. Face it, embrace it, and use it to fuel your fire. The world will try to pull you back, to drown you in noise and doubt, but you're beyond that. You've walked through the darkness and come out stronger. Being alone has taught you to trust yourself, to push harder than anyone else. It's your secret weapon, the key to a life of unstoppable power. In the end, being alone is your greatest teacher. It shows you who you are and who you can become. It's where you learn to fight, to grow, to dominate. The world might fear the silence, but you don't. You've turned it into your strength, your edge. When you've mastered being alone, you've mastered life itself. There's no challenge too big, no dream too far. You're a warrior, forged in the quiet, ready to take on the world with a fire that never fades. Being alone is where you become the master of your fate. It's where you learn to stand alone, to fight alone, to win alone. The world can't touch you when you've conquered your own mind. Every doubt you crush, every fear you face, makes you stronger. Being alone is the fire that burns away weakness, leaving only strength. Embrace it, and you'll become a force that nothing can stop. The world will see your power, but only you'll know the battles you fought to earn it. The true power of being alone lies in its challenge. It dares you to be more, to push past your limits, to become unstoppable. Most people crumble under that pressure, but you rise. You take the pain, the doubt, the fear, and turn it into fuel. Being alone is your forge, where you shape yourself into something extraordinary. It's not about escaping the world. It's about preparing to conquer it. When you've mastered being alone, you've mastered yourself, and the world is yours to command.